You're listening to the Oracle Talk Radio Network.
Hello, I'm Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm Dasha.
Hey, I'm Billie Eilish.
What's up, guys? I'm Camila Cabello.
Hey, this is Tate McRae.
I love this station.
I love this station.
You're listening to Chasing Prophecy Radio, where we discuss anything and everything beyond the scope of normal. On the Oracle Talk Radio Network. Broadcasting live in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
If it's unexplainable, we're talking about it.
Whether you're a believer or a skeptic,
we cover everything where the unknown becomes the known.
And now, here are your hosts, Jenny Nicasio and Tom Callway.
Everyone, and welcome to Chasing Prophecy, where we discuss anything beyond the scope of normal. I am a bag of your normal garbage. Jenny Nicasio and my fabulous guest, Tom Callway. Hey, everyone. And we have a special guest, but I just want to tell you it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. And
Happy
the
Halloween,
air
everyone.
the air is absolutely buzzing with eerie excitement because we have Shawn Kelly from Into the Night and the founder of Pittsburgh Paranormal with us tonight. We're all dressed up except for Shawn.
Oh, no, I'm a ghost.
Oh, okay. And I have a special guy with me. As you can see, it's Donald J. Trump. And I would like to show you my bag. I am a bag of garbage. Anyways, we are here. And Tom, we have a good show tonight. I just want to let you know that we're going to talk about everything about Halloween. Shawn is going to talk about some things that he's done.
Yeah. We have a lot of stories. We have a lot of good Halloween fun because that's what it's supposed to be about, right? You know, it's supposed to be about the creepies and the crawlies and all of that kind of good stuff.
And it's really hot outside right now. And it's weird because it's October here in Pittsburgh and everywhere else. But it's like summertime right now outside.
It's 74 degrees.
It's really nice.
It's 74 degrees.
So, Tom.
Yes.
You liked my costume.
I loved it. I love the costume. I love the originality of it. It's a perfect tongue-in-cheek costume for everything. It's so great.
Yeah, and I have to say that it wasn't that hard to do. But we're going to talk about everything Halloween. And Tom, Shawn, you know that the veil is really thin at this time. No, why is that? Does anybody want to tell me why?
What's that now?
Why is the veil the thinnest at this time of year?
You know what? Honestly, because you're coming up on, and I'll say it wrong, so I'm sorry, witches that are out there. Hey, Joe Fox, good to see you.
Hi, Joe.
It's Sanheim, I guess. November 1st, tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you that it's for the witches. It's when the veil's thin, and this is like the start of their holidays, all the way up to.
Okay, but what does that have to do with the veil being the thinnest?
That's what I heard. The veil's thin all year round, Jen.
Well, no, it's the thinnest for Halloween, I thought.
No, well, at one point in time it was. It really, really was. But now, with all the bullshit going out there in the world today, you know, it's just been thin 365 days.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people are seeing more ghosts, more spirits, experiencing a lot of paranormal now more than before.
Yeah. But tell me why is okay, but I thought that the veil was the thinnest because it's Halloween and this Old Souls Day tomorrow. Was it tomorrow.
All Souls Day tomorrow. It's
Yep.
supposed to be thinning because of the changing, or I mean thin because of the changing of the seasons. The natural energy is in a, I don't want to say death, but like, summer's over, leaves are falling off the tree. It's supposed to be an natural elements are, you know, um returning more to earth, which is creating more space for higher consciousness for a realm to open, if you were to believe that way. Um or that line of thinking.
That's thank you,
Okay.
Tom. I
Yes.
just
So
believe
I
it's
had
all
to
year
pull that
round now,
knowledge
dude.
out from back when I was at the label Paranormal talking about Wiccan and pagan and that sort of culture.
Right.
It doesn't mean like it's 100% true, but that line of thinking is, everything is a regenerative cycle every year, right? You
Hmm.
go into
Yep.
winter of like death, and then spring is rebirth, and then you have your summer period, and then fall. Fall, they call it returning to earth. So think of the leaves falling off the trees. Everything is returning back to earth. And souls are able to cross with that energy alignment, being more open than it would be usually. Some believe that there's always a portal open when somebody is dying, right? So
Always, all the
naturally,
time.
yeah, naturally, Earth would have the same one because we are one with the Earth. Being here on this planet.
Hmm.
If you were to believe that. So little explanation there for you.
There we go. So, what is Shawn? Tell us about your best. You're a paranormal investigator. You had your own paranormal team. Can you tell us what was the most frighteningest time that you went out? Was it anything
Um,
near Halloween?
nope, not at all. Um, it was around June or July.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to take a lot of people up the Blue Mist Road up there in North Park, and that is like a very, very extremely haunted road. And it was a hot day in June, and we were walking down the road, and all of a sudden, dude, people saw a lady dressed in white coming out of the woods, coming toward us. We
Mm,
heard, I didn't even know what type of, they weren't coyote sounds, and they weren't banshee sounds. They were more blood curdling ones. Um, and we got a lot of hits off our equipment and scared the crap out of us. You
Hmm.
know, I would be lying to you if I told you I was never scared on an investigation. That one it was. Absolutely.
yeah.
Hey, Sebastian. Good to see
Hey,
you.
there's our boy.
Sebastian, good man. Thanks for stopping by. Sean, did you know I was with Paranormal Society? I was more active in 1 years ago.
I kind of
Okay.
saw it. I read about it. Yes. How about you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's funny is I want to echo the same sentiments because, the fall actually was more of a lull than
Yeah.
anything else, at least for
Mhm.
us.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
the worst stuff to me, or the best evidence was in the dead of winter, and I mean the dead of winter. I
Yeah.
got, at least for us over here, um, the I call it a half body apparition because it was legs, right? That one, that story I have.
Right.
Did I tell you that
Okay.
story, Sean?
No, you never did, buddy.
Okay, so we were investigating Laurel Hill Cemetery in Philadelphia, a huge one, but it's more of a popular cemetery because it has people from the Titanic. It has like fictional movie characters. It has some of the richer people of the Philadelphia area. You know what I mean? It's not like a regular one, so it's a great spot for people to go and see these gigantic, and I mean gigantic, monuments and tombstones and things like that. So there's a section over there of Revolutionary War veterans, right? And
Hmm.
unfortunately, back then you could serve when you were what, like 13 or 14, doing the bugle and the drums and all of that. So we were taking a group, and this was a paid group tour. We were taking them to that area, and we were, we're talking and we're walking and talking and explaining, some of these people that died are only 13, 14 years old. You'll notice, with the years on the tombstones. And, before I get into it, we tell everybody beforehand, if you see something, say something, because a lot of times people are too shy to say what they actually saw,
Right.
and you'll miss a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm walking with another member of the Free Spirit Paranormal Society. We're towards the front. We come over this little ridge, we're on the walking path, and I see, and I make eye contact with it, 2 legs walking about 4 steps towards me, turn around and walk away from me. Well, an apparition.
Sweet.
I stopped. As soon as I stopped, the guy next to me said, "Did you see that? What did you see?" And before he told me, I said, "I saw 2 legs take a couple steps towards me, turn and walk away." And he said, "That's exactly what I saw." We whipped around, and 4 people from the group were like, "I saw a pair of legs. I saw a pair of legs." And they saw that pair of legs walk towards us. It was in Revolutionary War garb, and walk away. And so, those people were treated on that tour to one of the best, because I haven't seen one since. You know what I mean? This is something, an apparition is not something you play with. You know what I mean? That does not happen that often. And that when, we told them, we were like, look, you guys started off with a grand slam. You know what I mean? Not everybody gets to see that. But it further reinforced the fact that a total of 6 people saw this on the group, and they weren't afraid to speak up and say something on that. So it was definitely a wonderful
cool
story. That again was the dead of winter.
Right. That's wild.
Never around Halloween. Halloween was like boring. Honestly, it was.
No, you're right. You're right.
Can I answer Joe Fox's question?
Go.
Is witchcraft frowned upon by the Catholic Church? Yes, sir, it is. Absolutely.
Oh my God, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Wojo, how are you, sir? Good to see you, buddy.
Definitely.
Oh, he's fallen.
That's crazy.
Hey, Gina, good to see you. Yeah, Trump did make it to our freaking show. That's good. I'm glad. It's about time now.
Yeah.
Now she can actually say Trump did it. All right, so we're good. But no, honestly, Jen, October. Hey, Russell Easterbooks, good to see you, sir. I'm doing well, thank you. Honest to God, Jenny, October is not really a scary time of the year for.
No, it's not scary.
Paranormal.
It's just it's.
I mean, you're lucky you can go on an investigation and get some evidence of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's really, really weird. We never had any luck around Halloween at all.
Does everybody know what costume I'm wearing?
Look at that.
Yeah, stand up and show. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm a garbage.
We love it. We love it. The garbage bag.
I'm losing my face.
So, Shawn, also, I want to show you something too, because this is also another dead of winter. I just grabbed this clip or this picture right here. This was on Now, this was years ago. This is 2016. I'm going to go ahead and share it right here. There we are. Let me know when you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Do you see that
like
head
peeking in. Yeah.
I can't see it. I see something there. It's not big enough.
The head peeking in. Yeah, I can see it. Yes, absolutely. Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
He's a very good member. He's one of the founding members there. He heard at this exact time, he heard something off to his left. The women were walking, and this was our founder that took the picture down this hallway because we were hearing things up and down the stairs. You see the stairs back there?
Yeah.
And right at the right time, he caught that one. Isn't that something?
What kind of camera did you have there?
January 30th.
What kind of camera is that?
I don't have the model off the top of my head. I just know it's.
Was that a full spectrum camera?
Yes, it is, but I don't know what the exact model it is.
Oh, I ain't worried about the model. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, Shawn, when you're out on these investigations, do you do anything to protect yourself from any kind of like spirit, like like, do you use sage, or do you have a medium with you to protect you?
No, Jenny, honestly, and I'm glad you asked that question. No, I have my archangel with me. Okay, and that's Uriel, 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 and then I have my wolf, Lakota, who's been with me for a long, long time, and he usually gets my back. He has my back. But as to smudging or putting holy oil on me or whatever, no, I don't do that.
Okay.
Because my life insurance is paid up, and I got good medical, so whatever happens, going to happen. But no, I'm personally me. I'm a firm believer that I really don't need no protection.
No.
Joe has another question for you.
Go ahead.
How do you keep from getting attachments? Joe, good question. Like I said, I have my guardian angel Uriel with me all the time. He never leaves my side when I'm out on an investigation. And I have my wolf, Lakota. And can I share that story with you guys?
Yes,
if that's okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, when I first really started getting into meditation, my spirit guide at the time, his name was Black Elk, who was a Lakota Sioux shaman, and he took me on a meditation, and we were down by this lake, okay, and mountains all around. It was at night. It was a beautiful, beautiful sight, and all of a sudden we saw two dolphins, moving in the water. And Black Elk just said to me, he said, go out into the water. And I went out into the water, and these dolphins came around, and they, put their fins under my arm, and they took me down to the middle of this lake. And at the middle of this lake, there was a little opening. And in fact, it was crazy about this was that there was like a school of great white sharks protecting this cavern. Right, like this hole that was there, and so as the dolphins came close, I'm thinking either I'm going to drown or I'm going to be eaten up by great white sharks, and that's how real it was. So what happened was they dropped me off. I walked in, and as I'm walking down this path, you know what stalagmites are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a bunch of orange stalagmites, and so what happened was that as I was walking this path, a little puppy came up to me and started playing with me. Okay, just a little puppy. And I was like, this is interesting. This is interesting. And I was like really happy. Wherever I went, that puppy went. And so finally, I get to where I was going, and that was to speak to Mother Earth. She was right there. And this is so real. It just gives me the holy jollies. And so I sat there and I talked to her, and before I left, okay, she said, that little puppy is yours. He's a wolf puppy. You can name him right now. And so at the time, with Black Elk being a Lakota Sioux shaman, I just named the wolf Lakota. And he's been with me ever since.
Wow, that's a cool story, Shawn.
And he's big, he's bad, he's mean, and he kicks ass. I remember one time I was in a meditation, in my own safe spot. And there was like a spirit that tried to invade it. Okay. And Lakota went after him and like chewed him all up, really messed the spirit up. And came back. So wherever I go in life, if I'm not on an investigation, if I'm at work or like right now, Lakota stays by me all the time.
I wish I had it.
And then what happens is if I go out to do battle with a really angry ghost or a demon, and I'm having a hard time handling, he'll call his pack there's like 3 or 4 of them that follow him around, and they go in for the kill. But that's how I got my wolf, Lakota.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
And Joe says, how did you get your angel's name? He told me, Joe. He told me it was Uriel. Absolutely. Told me.
That is an awesome story. Do you
Thank you.
remember when you went on the Blair House investigation?
Yeah.
How remember there was a scary stuff that happened in the basement?
Oh yeah, me and Jason. Yeah. So me and Jason went down to the Bel Air house down there in Ohio, and me and him went down to the cellar. Okay. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, Jason heard like a shuffling of footprints, and like sliding, against the dirt. And oh my God, scared the hell out of him. And Jason fell on me, and like scared the shit out of me. I think Jason scared me more when he fell on me. But I had Roy, who was in the group. He went down there, and he saw the same thing. But what's crazy about what Roy drew?
Yeah, I remember that.
What Roy drew, it was the exact same drawing somebody did a couple years before that. And what did we say? He was like a platypus. He was like
I wish we still had that picture. That was
yeah. So but I remember one time, because we went down there 4 or 5 times, and I remember the very first time, we always did 2 nights down there at the Bel Air house, because you can't do a house overnight. You just can't. So I remember Friday night, we had a great investigation. Everything was hunky-dory. Everybody was, it was a happy investigation. Nothing bad, nothing like that. And then come Saturday afternoon, you could just tell that the house was starting to turn evil. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was, you could actually feel the energy change from a happy house to a real dark, evil place. The energy was so evil, it was unbelievable. And it really messed with a lot of people's minds.
No, I remember that. We did that show. Remember we did a lot with live? I did it, and you guys were doing the live. You were in the Blair house.
Right.
That was fun.
Wow.
That was how about Lake Shawnee? What did you think about that?
Lake Shawnee.
Tell people who don't know what it is. What's this legend behind that? Do you know about Lake Shawnee, Tom?
No, I haven't heard this.
There you go, Sean.
Lake Shawnee, it was an amusement park where I think a young girl got killed. Okay. But there's this story before that, how the settlers were living on there, and the Indians came in and wiped out the whole family. Okay. And you know what, Jenny, to be honest with you, that's a long story, and I don't want to screw it up. So maybe you can have a show on Lake Shawnee. Okay. But I remember Jason.
Remember the swing set with the little girl?
Yes. I was just going to say that, yeah. But that, to me, Lake Shawnee is definitely haunted. It has some really crazy energy down there. It's not evil, but it's very eerie. I mean, you can walk into, if you're outside the park, right, you feel like you're normal, okay? But once you walk into the park, it got colder, okay? And the energy just felt a little bit more heavier.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Hey, Michael, good to see you, pal. Hey, Christine, good to see you.
See, everybody comes for you guys. Hey, everybody.
Look at that.
Richard Hawkins. I am 67, 38 years old. I went to Lima. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend.
What's Lima?
I do not know.
He's talking about Lima, Peru, and going up the river to the shamans and doing ayahuasca and DMT, and having the spiritual connection hallucinations that those shamans give.
So what they do, give them peyote and
no, ayahuasca and DMT are a different thing than peyote. It's similar, but it's a different thing, and it's supposed to give you true vision of the world around you, and see how it interconnects with everything. Others think it's just some way you get high, and that thing. So a lot of different opinions there. I know people who have personally went down to Lima and have done it. And they've said, you see all these beautiful things, and they have like a spiritual experience. But Richard, it sounds like he went and tried it out and had a gateway experience, which is fantastic. And he asked you about the hemisync from Robert Monroe Institute, and that is a equal. So it's a state of consciousness where both hemispheres of your brain are equal amplitude and frequency. So you're supposed to achieve laser-like focus with that, but it's what the CIA studied when they did their consciousness program. You remember those documents coming out about the gateway processes, FOIA documents and things like that. But the Monroe Institute apparently teaches you that. But that's for meditators that are at the end.
I mean, that's what they do 24/7, which is great. But I never experienced something like that. But back to Lima, wouldn't you have the same experience if you went out to Nevada?
Yeah, probably.
If they had those, if they had those drugs there, then yeah.
I wouldn't like being all looped up. I don't think that would be a fun way.
I'm trying to think what the Native Americans call it, where they go for a meditation inside a tent or not.
Yeah, it's a similar thing to what they do, and I believe they did use peyote back then, but apparently, if indulge this idea, this is like the mecca of those drugs type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Lima, Peru. Yeah. But I don't know. I've never done it. I probably wouldn't do it, even if I could. So, it's just different, spiritual practices that some believe in.
Well, I know that I think it was Geronimo did one, and people were thrown in his dream state, whatever he was in. People were like throwing little pebbles at him. You know what I mean? And what happened was he would be in the middle of a gunfight and not get hit by a bullet.
Yeah. And that's sort of like the hemisync of your laser, like the most focused you can be as a human being in terms of like your awareness.
Right.
So,
right. Okay.
we're not advocating people try it.
No.
I can't do that.
I mean, if you actually want anybody out there that actually wants to do an experience like that, my God, find somebody that knows what they're doing. Don't do it alone. Honest to God, that's even paranormal investigation. True. Don't do it at all. Don't do it alone. Find somebody.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, I had to have my hand held, in the beginning of my, experiences going there. And it is, so true because you're messing with something you don't understand. You know what I mean? Exactly. To go out there uninformed in anything is a stupid thing to do.
You ain't going to find me there. Sorry. I'm not going to do that.
No.
I have enough issues. I don't need to be. Seriously.
No, I don't think so.
No. So, Shawn, okay, did you ever hear the doll in the mirror? The antique doll in the mirror? In the antique family's attic?
I've heard of it. I read it. I didn't read about it, but I heard about it, and I saw little 3 3-minute video on it because I hate dolls. So
well,
I won't.
The doll in the attic, it's weird because the doll in the attic turns away. The doll's expression changes.
Ugh.
No, you know what, Jen and Tom and everybody out there in podcast land, I am extremely scared of dolls and extremely scared of clowns. Okay. So we did a house investigation one time, and I walked into a room and there had to be about 100 dolls. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, oh my God. I had to get out of there. I was actually getting into a panic attack. There's something about dolls and clowns that creep me out, and I just don't like them.
Any kind of doll, or
any doll. But the porcelain dolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I freak out at the Amish dolls. They scare me.
Yes, I mean.
What kind of dolls? Dolls.
The Amish dolls, the ones with, the
no eyes and no face.
Oh, those are evil.
Yeah. So Sebastian had an out-of-body experience in 1992. James Randi said that an out-of-body experience and a near-death experience are lucid dreaming. I don't agree with him. Any stories of you or anybody you know with out-of-body experiences?
Yeah, I have one.
You had one?
Yeah, I had 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
I got a good story on that one. But no, it's not lucid dreaming, Sebastian. I mean, it isn't lucid. No, you're just laying in bed and your eyes are closed, and all of a sudden you just wake. Your spirit just comes out, and no dreaming, nothing like that. Yeah. And I never went far. I always stayed close to my body because I was scared to go out. But mine, when I did my out of bodies, everything was black and white. Okay. There was no color at all. It was all black and white. Okay. And I would see faces in the walls. I would see people standing all around in my room. Okay. And I remember one time, it's true, my son was staying over at my apartment, and I had an out of body, and I'm sitting there, on the side of my bed, doing this out of body. And then all of a sudden, my son, who was like about 7 years old, he had an out of body. I saw him actually come out of his body, right?
Oh my God.
And he came up, gave me a hug, and he went back into his body, and I went back into mine. Yeah.
That's spooky.
And near death experiences? No. I died. And I came back. That's and that's how I got to where I am right now.
Yeah, and Jenny and I have had a couple people on the show that have explained their near-death experiences a few months ago. And
no, it's not lucid dreaming at all. Not. If you breathe in the right way, you can have an OBE, and if you remember your cord. You know what, Richard? I've heard that many a times, but you know what? Not me, dude.
I don't want to do that because what if you can't come back?
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about. Your cord, the cord. You have to make sure.
My luck, somebody would cut my cord.
But I tell you what, going back into your body during an out of body experience, going back into your body, man, it's a creepy feeling. It really is.
I can imagine.
Yes. And then you wake up. Then I would wake up, and man, I tell you what, I couldn't move. I'd be like, "Oh my God, where have I been?"
I wish Nicole was in on the chat right now, because she has had that before happen, and she would explain the physical toll that it would take on her. You feel like
it drains the shit out of you, man.
Yeah.
But I tell you one cool thing. I don't know if this happened to you when you were investigating, but after the investigation, you were hungry. And we used to go to Eaton Park buffets when they had the midnight buffets from 12 to 3. Oh my God, chocolate chip pancakes. Yes, that was the breakfast of paranormal investigators.
No, you're so focused and intently listening, and it just, your energy zaps because you're focused and you're working,
right.
But also, spirits are drawing from your energy. Yeah. You're walking around as a battery.
Not only are they draining your energy, they're draining your batteries for your cameras and your machine.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if I knew back then about the stock exchange and shit, I would have taken a lot of money into ever-ready batteries, buddy. I remember a couple investigations. Everybody had their batteries charged. Everything was ready to go. 15 minutes later, everybody's batteries died.
Yep. Flashlights, cameras, you name it.
Everything died.
Yep.
Hey, we're going to take a commercial break. Right, Tom?
Yep. We're going to have a commercial break. We'll come back and talk to Shawn some more. So everyone, stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna hit that?
Presented by Smart Labels QR Code Storage Labels. Buy today on Amazon or Walmart.com.
Samantha survives a tragic accident thanks to Lucian, an enigmatic being. Her newfound abilities catch the attention of a secretive government agency. Drawn to Lucian despite the danger, Samantha is unaware of his true identity. She teams up with Lucian's brothers in a daring mission to rescue him. Accused unfairly, Lucian seeks refuge on his distant homeworld. Can Samantha prove Lucian's innocence and save their forbidden love? From the Sky by J.E. Nicasio. Available now. Get your copy on Amazon and BNN.
Beyond the Radar with host Tom Conway, your paranormal news program. Tune in Wednesdays at 8 p.m. only on the Oracle Talk Radio Network.
Over the centuries, occurrences from the enigmatic realm have become less, enigmatic. So if conversations about the supernatural, myths and legends, mind-bending conspiracies, and haunting stories of ghosts are things you take seriously, we have the podcast that you can call home. Chasing Prophecy. Just because something is unexplained doesn't make it any less real. We're more than just a podcast. We're a community for those who dare to look beyond the scope of normal. For those who are aware of the abstract and interact with a show that speaks to them. Broadcasting from Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, the show stands out as the city's premier paranormal radio program. Come and hang with host Jenny Nicasio and Tom Conway on Chasing Prophecy.
Bookish Podcast, hosted by Emma Saylor, is a unique look at all things literature and is your radio book club. Read along as Emma takes us through discussions of her books of the month, and you can chime in and give your feedback as well. Tune in Tuesdays at 3:30 p.m., only on the Oracle Talk Radio Network.
Meet Daniel Knight, a psychologist with an extraordinary gift to absorb and heal the deepest wounds of the mind. In the heart of a chilling investigation, every secret unraveled binds him closer to darkness. But as he delves into the psyche of a killer, his own demons emerge. Caught in a battle within and against an evil that seeks to exploit his powers, where the line between savior and victim blurs. Dare to heal the wounds of the mind. Healer. Read it today.
Welcome to the extraordinary world of the Chasing Prophecy radio show, where we delve into the mysteries of the universe and the depths of the human mind. Our listeners are a unique blend of curious minds and adventurous spirits, always eager to learn, explore, and discover. They're not just listeners, they're a community. And what better way to reach this vibrant, engaged audience than by advertising with us? When you advertise on Chasing Prophecy, you're not just buying airtime. You're becoming a part of a conversation, a part of our family. We offer a variety of advertising packages tailored to fit your needs and budget. And with our dedicated team, we'll ensure your message resonates with our listeners. So why wait? Grab this opportunity to amplify your brand with Chasing Prophecy Radio Show. Let's embark on this journey together. Chasing Prophecy Radio Show, where your brand meets our community. Fill out our advertising form on our website, www.chasingprophecyradio.net, to get started. That's www.chasingprophecyradio.net to get started.
The Virgin Mary.
Richard, good night. Love the conversation. Love that you chimed in, and thank you for a couple weeks ago hopping in and taking our link and popping into an episode. It was great. Have a great night. Just wanted to say that for Richard. But yeah.
Oh, I know who she is. She's Ashtar. She's Ashtar, man.
Ashtar.
That's Ashtar's wife right there, guys.
Yeah,
That's Ashtar's wife.
But this came in during the commercial, Shawn. Take a look at this. Look how far he said he flew.
God bless you, Sebastian. I just couldn't do it. Could I do it now? I seriously doubt it. I don't like to go far away. 250 miles, dude. That's wow.
Yeah, Sebastian, what was the location, if you don't mind us asking? Family, mother, father, son, daughter. Let us know in the comments who or where you went. That'll give us a good insight. But Jenny, you did a costume change. You want to tell people?
I am from the planet Ashtar.
I knew it. Yeah. See, look.
I am friends with Valiant Thor.
Okay. Jenny, you look hot, honey. You look hot. Yes. You look hot. Yes. Man. Gosh. Gosh bless me.
Do you like my hair?
I do. You look good in blonde.
Does it bring back memories from when we met on the ship, the mothership?
Yeah.
Mothership.
Yes. Yeah. I think we grew out of that mothership.
Where's the mothership off to now? I see you flying in outer space there. Where are you off
to? Actually, I am right here. You just don't see me. I'm losing my wig.
Interdimensional then.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the one that brings the Bigfoot and the Sasquatch in.
Well, you don't know for sure exactly, but they have a better voice than me, and I can't do it. I look like Albert. What's her name? On Dalmatians with the hair.
Don't say that.
More
Corilla DeVille.
Corilla DeVille.
Yeah.
That's because I'm losing my wig.
It looks good.
It looks fine.
Darling, we want peace. That's all we want is peace and enlightenment.
This is so cool about Halloween, guys. It gives you one day out of the whole year to be who you want to be and what you have dreamed to be. It gives you, nobody cares. Everybody just.
Shawn, would you like to come in my spaceship with me? Tom, would you like to come in my spaceship?
Yeah, I'd probably press a button I shouldn't have done, and we'd be somewhere we shouldn't be.
Oh my goodness! Oh my virgin ears! Oh God!
Oh Lord!
You wouldn't believe. Go ahead.
So, what do you think about that? About Halloween? Seriously, you can be who you want to be, dress how you want to be.
Be who you want to be.
And people are okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can play all we want.
But then again, after Halloween is over with, then it gets back to the same old bullshit. Well, Jenny's costume, it provokes me. I don't like it. It makes me feel.
You don't like my. You don't like my costume.
No, he's saying an example.
Oh.
Example. Yeah, or I don't like Tom's face mask. So
I'm losing my tattoos.
But no, that's where I get it. But you get that one day, and it's cool. We still have about close to a couple more hours left of Halloween. So be who you want to be, everybody.
Who, as long as you don't hurt anybody.
Exactly.
It's true. I mean,
I'm
people
sorry.
are listening to us all over the United States, and to the people out in California, West Coast, you're getting ready to start heading out and doing your trick-or-treating. Just make sure, slow down, keep an eye out for little ones running across the street and all of that. Take your extra time.
Well, you know what? We had 140 kids tonight.
That's amazing, Shawn. That's so great.
Well, see, Dormont's right smack in the middle of South Hills, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, they bring, families will come in from Mount Lebanon, Baldwin, Castle Shannon, Green Tree, and they bring them into Dormont, and they go trick or treating. And my street in Dormont is one of the main drags, to get from West Liberty Avenue down to Dormont Park. And we're always constantly busy.
Well, how do you? So you have that many kids. Did they get dropped off?
Yeah, how's that?
No, check this stuff out, man. No, their parents park their car and walk around with them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And this year I was surprised was that there was a lot of teenagers, like 8th graders, 9th graders going out.
It keeps them off. I was going to say it keeps them off the streets.
Yeah, it keeps them off the streets by being on the streets. No,
but do you remember, Jenny? Do you remember, Jen, when it was Halloween when we were growing up? I mean, you never had 2 hours. You could go out as long as you want.
No, yeah, you know what? I'll still remember to this day. I was dressed. I don't know why. I dressed up like an adult, and I had a purse. And these guys scared the living. I must have been about 12, and they said, "Give me your candy," to a little girl. I was so scared. I gave them my freaking candy.
Oh, man, Jen.
Oh,
yeah, they were horrible.
Rough back then.
They were rough back then. This, I keep thinking this is a touch screen computer. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So everybody out there listening to their Tom and Jenny's show, Chasing Prophecy, how was your Halloween?
Yeah,
ahead,
how was your...
Sorry. Comment how your Halloween was. We'd love. I'm so happy. I really am. I really am happy that that this tradition is still alive and people are really getting into it again. It might have been a lull. People were scared of going to other people's houses, and I understand. You know what I mean? But this is Halloween was always a fun time, whether you were with your friends from school or your cousins and you went around and parents were socializing, walking the sidewalk, the kids were running up to the doors and all that. I just, it hasn't felt the same the last few years, but I'm glad to hear, Shawn, that at least out where you are, that tradition's really still alive.
Yes, it really, really is. And what I like about Dormont too, the cops were out. And
that's nice when they.
And
that's
the fire
nice.
department was yes.
I saw there was a couple in our town too. It was nice. I'm glad they did that. Because you never know. There's so many crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian, are you leaving us? Are you leaving us, Sebastian?
Oh, that's our buddy since day one, huh, Jenny?
Sebastian, you better watch out. I might come and abduct you.
Joe Fox, where you at?
Yeah,
Joe Fox, where you at, buddy?
Joe, you better watch out. I'm gonna.
If you say his name, he appears.
Joe, I'll be waiting for you. I'm going to send my beam of light because we're all about light and enlightenment and love.
The cosmic law of one.
Yes.
And we just want
love.
And for more of Jenny, call 976-0000.
9765. Wait, Jenny, who can I turn? What's the number?
Yes.
881
8675309.
8675309.
Yeah.
Jenny, who can I turn to?
How many people know that number more than like their own back when that came?
I told that to the guy at the DMV. He asked me what my phone number was, and I said 8675309. He took him like 5 minutes to figure it out. Okay, so what is it? Okay, now Halloween. There's jack-o'-lanterns. Now, is this? Where did that come from? The jack-o'-lantern. Does anybody know in Halloween land?
Ireland.
Yes,
okay.
Ireland.
Okay, but why? Is it because they wanted to scare, prevent evil spirits? Is it something like that?
To prevent evil spirits coming into the house. But before jack-o'-lanterns were used in Ireland, they actually used turnips.
Turnips?
Yes. Yes, they used turnips.
So they did make faces on. Did they make the faces on the turnips?
Somehow, I guess they did because them suckers are hard to carve into. But yeah, they used turnips, and then they went to the jack-o'-lanterns. The reason why the Irish dressed up on Halloween night too was to scare the evil spirits out of their towns. That's where that was coming from. But you got to realize too, right? November 1st is All Saints Day, and so that's when, at the time, pagans that was their start of their ritual for winter. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
But when Christianity came over to England, Ireland, and Wales and Scotland, the United Kingdom, the Christian church at the time kind of like mixed Halloween and All Saints Day together. You know what I mean? So if you look at the pagan religion, most of the Catholic religions are based off the pagan religions.
Yeah.
Like for Christmas, we call him Santa Claus. At Christmas, they call him Saint Nicholas.
You know,
It's not
with
Santa
Santa,
Claus.
I don't really like the word Santa because if you can spell it, it can spell Satan, and I don't like that.
Oh, I can see that, but I can't believe it. There was a good. Well, I don't have my notes on me about that, but yeah, Saint Nicholas. That's who they, the pagans would call, our Santa for today. But from Saint Nick to Santa Claus, the Christian church. I think I'm doing this right. Tommy's a smart one; he should know. But I do believe that they didn't want to keep it at the pagan name, so they moved it over, and they met in the middle with the name Santa Claus.
Yeah, they wanted to move things into their nomenclature, what their vocabulary was. But Shawn, back to the jack-o'-lantern, right? Do you remember the Irish tale of Stingy Jack?
Yes, I do.
So, some believe the jack-o'-lantern was, inspired by him, who had to carve lanterns out of turnips to light his way because he made a deal with the devil.
Yes, he did. No, he did.
Yeah, he did.
You know
at least the name
crazy
part.
About that, though? The Banshees. Banshees. They followed him wherever they went because whenever he come into town, someone was going to die.
Oof.
Yeah.
Real bad omen.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, there's a lot of omens. Speaking of omens, what was your favorite omen? Mine was the first one. But see, because I like those Doberman pinchers. Is that what they were? In that movie, okay, there's another movie that's even more horrifying that I was told, and I don't know if you guys watched it. It was called The Prince of Evil. Was that what it was? Prince of Evil?
Don't know. Did they have
Tom,
dogs?
you should know that. Huh?
Did they have dogs in that one?
No, but it's a horrifying. Some people can't watch it. Who the hell was that? I wish I knew who starred in that. That was an old dude.
Well, if you see dogs or animals with red lights, they're considered hellhounds.
Hellhounds?
Yeah.
Hellhounds, yes.
The Prince of Darkness. I think that was it. The Prince of Darkness.
Hellhounds are actually, they're pretty big out your area in Western PA and Appalachia.
Yeah.
Even up towards Ohio and Michigan. Crazy stories about hellhounds and that sort of thing.
What surprises me about Pennsylvania, do you know we are
there's
ranked?
so many scary stuff in Pennsylvania, Shawn. You know that.
I mean, there's I think we rank in the top 10 of the most cryptids and Bigfoot in the area.
Well, that's because the Thunderbird is also a home to Pennsylvania. Well, I saw.
Oh yeah. I saw Thunderbirds. Oh yeah,
I did too.
absolutely.
I saw a thunder. They scare the hell. They'll scare the hell out of
They're
you.
huge, man, and they fly really low. And their wings, when they move their wings,
So
it sounds like a helicopter, to be honest with you. But then again, a lot of people are claiming that they're turkey vultures, and we don't have too many turkey vultures here in
okay, can you please tell me what a turkey vulture is?
It's
What
a
is it?
pretty fat vulture. That's really the
Is
best
it
way
they?
you can.
Well, do they just like turkeys?
They're huge. No, they're
No, I think the
scavengers.
body is like a turkey.
Yeah, they're huge, though, Jenny. They're huge.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody looked up and really did not see a thunderbird at all, and they saw a turkey vulture, they'd be calling it a thunderbird.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, did you guys hear about that one sighting? There was another
one?
sighting, a new UFO sighting.
Down in North Carolina?
Is this a North Carolina one?
I do believe so, yeah. I do believe so.
What did you hear? I'm gonna see if it's the same one.
That people just saw this craft in the air, and that's all I read. I'm get tired. To be honest, I get tired of hearing about all these UFO sightings, man. And you see one, you see them all. You know,
really
the one impresses me is the one that happened in D.C.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They actually said that one in Florida was true.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? That the Defense Department? Did I hallucinate that? Did I hear that?
I don't know. I've been more busy
on.
I've been more busy on current affairs that are going on right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yes, there is. You know, and it's not right. But this is Halloween. We're having a Halloween party. It's all good. We'll save that for Friday night.
Well, no. Okay, Halloween. We were discussing last week what was scarier, Friday the 13th or Halloween. Wasn't that what we were talking about? Or
Like the movie? The movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Friday the 13th to me was the scariest.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Halloween, the first one was very, very good. But after they made 10...
The Hills Have Eyes.
That's scary as hell. I won't watch that movie.
Because you know what? Because that could happen.
It's based on a true story.
It is, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it is.
It's based on a true story.
What was it? What did I miss? Tell me what story? Come on, educate me, guys. Because I'm too busy. I'm flying around in outer space.
I didn't read the background, but I just read a couple lines. Also, what's considered a real thing that happened was Leatherface in the Texas Chain Massacre. That
one was true too. Yeah.
Ed Hine.
Oh my God.
Ed Hine. That was his name. Ed. You know the guy that killed people and made masks out of people's skin.
Their skin.
Ed Gein.
Okay.
And I just quickly looked up for you, Jenny, about the Hills Have Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually an overseas, from Scotland. About the Sawney Bean family in the 1700s in Scotland. There was an area that had a road running through Scotland, and people thought it was haunted because people kept disappearing from that road. The story came out when a couple was attacked by these wild-looking people, and one got away. He knew someone in court, and they sent out an expedition, resulting in finding a cave along the English Channel. So that's the true story.
That's correct. That's scary because that actor, man, he was scary as hell.
To me, the most scariest movie ever was a zombie one. Hey, Squatchman, good to see you, brother.
Squatch.
Was The House of a Thousand Corpses.
You know what? I only remember a little bit about that. How old is that? Because I think I was really young for it. I'm trying to think.
I don't know. Rob Zombie's wife was really hot.
Now, that guy is scary as hell. Boyfriend.
Yeah, look at it.
Seriously, if you ran into him on a deserted road, because that could happen. That could seriously happen. He's scary as hell.
Oh, man. He got his little light. That's what I should have been for Halloween.
I can't watch horror movies because it's especially ones that are true to life. I'd rather watch about an alien spaceship coming down to pick me up.
Yes.
Then, but then again, the one with Travis. Remember we had Travis Walton on the show?
Yes.
His story, Fire in the Sky, was to me the most horrifying story.
Yes, my cousin could not watch it, and he loves him, Travis Walton.
I can't believe we actually got him on the show. Remember we tried the one time we tried to get him on, then he didn't come on, then we didn't. We had it was a really good show, but he didn't seem that well that night. I don't know, but it was really.
He couldn't ask half of the questions because he had that movie going on.
Oh yeah, well, so when is that movie going to happen? I wonder.
I don't know. I haven't seen no commercials about it.
No,
Squatchman over here. Squatchman says The People Under the Stairs is awesome.
Is it the movie called The People Under the Stairs?
I haven't seen that one.
I'm going to write that down, Squatchman, because I need to watch. I was going to watch one tonight. See if I can get The People Under the Stairs. It's called.
Yeah.
Now is that a horror movie or is that just scary?
What's the difference? I don't understand.
Well,
what's the difference between horror and scary?
Okay, Signs to me was scary. Okay, this Hills Have Eyes, a horror story, or Chainsaw Massacre is a horror movie. They're scary. Like I think like Exorcist is not a horror movie per se. It's scary.
Okay.
Prince of Darkness is scary. Halloween. Slasher movies are horror movies.
Well, you know what? If you really look at slasher movies, they all have the same genre. You know, a bunch of kids go to place, then Freddy or Jason, whoever comes out and kills them, slashing them, and you know they get into a fight and the kids lose, and then at the end, they kill Jason and he arrives again for Halloween 13, whatever, Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But before we go for the evening, I would like to know in our audience and you guys, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh. I would have to go. Okay, so I'm not going to pick Reese's Cups because that's the standard. I'll go Kit Kat.
Kit Kat?
That's a good one. I would have to go with Three Musketeers.
Oh, wow.
Anybody in the chat? What's your favorite chocolate or candy for Halloween?
Let us know.
Yeah, I'll tell you the Halloween candy I hate the most.
Which one?
Candy corn.
Oh yeah, I hate that. I can't.
Honest to God, the best way
this year.
The best way to eat candy corn is open the bag and throw it away.
No, you know what you can do? You can make all kind of treats. You can make caramel popcorn with it. You can make Rice Krispie treats. My favorite is called, and you can't find these anywhere, Harley, is a whatchamacallit.
I remember those.
Really?
See? Whatchamacallit?
That's wow.
I can't wait to eat
That's an old school.
But do you remember when we went out trick-or-treating, instead of them little candy bars, we used to get the big ones?
Oh yeah, I gave out big ones. The one I didn't. No one came and got them, but I put them outside. So I have a question. Since we're going to end on this, we have to shout out to our patron. Did you already do that, Tom?
No, I did not. But I need to give a shout out. Absolutely.
You got Patreon.
Yeah, we got Patreon. We have our first subscriber. Her name is Elizabeth Kipp, who signed up today. Thank you for being a loyal listener, and thank you for tuning in and purchasing the content, our Patreon exclusive content. We thank you so much. That is a wonderful, and you are the first one, so we will not say anything but glowing reviews for you, Elizabeth Kipp. So thank you so much for your generous.
We'll make sure you have some good content.
Yes, absolutely. We'll keep up the great content, and for anybody else listening out there, we have a Patreon. No tiers, no BS, no none of that. It's $1 a month. You get extra episodes of all the shows here on the Oracle Talk Radio Network. Not just Jenny and I, but all of the shows. There's extra episodes that you will get. There's special archived episodes. It's a wonderful. We're the inflation buster. We're $1 a month, and we're not going any higher than that. So please keep in mind, check us out on Patreon. Also, we have a wonderful podcast as well, the Oracle Talk Radio Network podcast. So please keep that in mind for your listening pleasure. So if you don't hear us live, please listen to the podcast or turn on the Oracle Talk Radio Network app, which is now done. And many of you have already started downloading that app. Thank you so much for that. We are in double digits in one day to get our app out there. So please listen around the clock to the wonderful hosts and shows of the Oracle Talk Radio Network. Thank you for reminding me of that, Jenny. We love it.
And one more question for you all before we go. It's a trivia question. Well, not really trivia.
All right.
Not really trivia. It's just, would you rather be, okay? We're going to do that, and then we're going to ask Mr. Predictor something. But would you rather be probed by an alien or chased through the woods at night by a creature from the hills has eyes?
I want to get probed because I can't run. I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I'd be dead. I couldn't make it. I'd have to trip Tom over in order to get.
Yeah, give me the running one. I'm taking the running one.
And we can't end the show without.
Okay, go ahead. Let's ask him.
Okay, let me I had to turn it on because he wouldn't shut up the other night. Okay, what would you like to ask it, Shawn?
Will Donald Trump win the presidency?
Oh, right. Mr. Predictor. I'll ask him. Mr. Predictor, is Donald Trump, my friend, who's sitting back there, is he going to take the presidency?
Whoa.
Okay.
So he liked
I
Jenny.
love you, Mr. Projector. Okay, Tom?
Let's see.
He didn't ask yet. Go ahead.
I didn't even ask it.
I know.
Will there be a Bigfoot sighting in Pennsylvania before the end of the year?
Will there be a Bigfoot sighting in Pennsylvania before the end of the year?
Yes.
Well, there you have it, folks.
I'm going to have to bring my Bigfoot buddies up here to Pennsylvania.
Squatchmen. They're coming. You have 2 months.
I got my boys, Mr. Wozo and Richie B from Massachusetts. They got to come down. You got the Vogel brothers from Massachusetts.
Yeah, the Vogel brothers. They were cool.
Cool.
Yeah, wow. I love them guys. I love them all. But before you go, my show, Into the Night, is on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights, 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. on UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi.
Yeah, that's awesome. There you guys.
Great show. We both tuned into Shawn's show too.
Yeah, we definitely. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming to the chat. And if you're new to Chasing Prophecy on the Oracle Talk Radio Network, come along over on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. And In the Know is on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. And we shall see you guys later. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. And thank you, too, for having me on tonight.
Yeah, it was so much fun, Shawn.
Yes, thank you, Shawn. Thank you.
Closing. Darn it, I never could find it. Okay.